I believe that Ivan Matyushenko thinks he can hook Devon Larratt. These are not my words. This is what Engin Terzi said on one of his recent podcasts, probably after discussing this topic with Ivan Matyushenko. He also mentioned that although this match is going to happen, but it won't happen anytime soon. Why? Because Devon Larratt won't be cutting weight to 115 kilos unless and until he faces Levan for the third time. I'll discuss the reasons why this match can and it should happen as soon as possible, and whether Ivan has a chance against Devon or not. But before that, let's discuss another important news. Sarah Bachmann got injured once again during her last super match against Jocelyn at the recent East vs West event. I've been dreading posting about this, but I have to face the reality now. So she posted this on her Instagram page. The full post is available on my community tab as well. Tore my shoulder again for the third time. This time it was my left subscapularis again, but in a new spot than before. Partial tear, but we have to act fast. The main fibers are torn and it's holding on by a thread. It happened while holding the peg during round 2 of my last match. It's the left arm. She said, yeah, I know it's unimaginable, but I heard it, I felt it. I've heard some crazy stories like someone broke their left arm while arm wrestling right-handed. It's similar. These things are unimaginable, as Sarah is saying, but these things do happen. I felt it and I knew the pain was instant and intense. A week later, I still couldn't get dressed or undressed without help. So she also discussed that she's going to see the same doctor who did her right shoulder after the first Gabby match and her left shoulder a few years after that. Now she has tore her left shoulder again. So she's feeling embarrassed, she's disheartened, and she's not sure about her future in the sport. She said, I have to trust that God is in control right now. My future in the sport feels uncertain. The strict curl record attempt will be paused. Arm wrestling feels like an enemy, a love-hate relationship. But she did mention she's not going to quit, but maybe going to take a break for 1 year or maybe even 2 years. I had a similar surgery on my right shoulder. I dislocated it maybe a dozen times before I had the surgery, and I couldn't do anything on the table now. I have no side pressure. I used to do a bunch of muscle ups, maybe a dozen muscle ups every single day in a single set. Now I couldn't do even pull-ups properly after having that surgery. But Sarah was doing pretty well despite that surgery on right and also left arm. So now let's come back to the Devon Larratt versus Ivan Matyushenko topic. So Engin was saying that since Devon is going to face Levan in the future again, that's his target, that's his aim, that's his passion. He's not going to cut weight to 115 kilos. Ivan Matyushenko, although so strong, maybe Engin thinks that he's not good enough for Devon when Devon is a super heavyweight. And I don't agree with this part. It doesn't have to be someone who can definitely defeat Devon. It can be someone who can give Devon a good match. And I think even Devon wouldn't say even once that he's going to destroy Ivan Matyushenko, he's going to control the center round 1. It is going to be a close match. And if Ivan Matyushenko can agree to arm wrestle the super heavyweight world champion Artyom Morozov and give him a good fight by defeating him in a couple of rounds, why is he scared of facing Devon Larratt? I mean, what's the reason there? He was saying that he can hook Devon once and maybe even beat him once. I think at that time he was talking about the left arm, and Engin didn't mention which arm, but I think he was also talking about the left arm. So I don't think anybody would say that Ivan versus Devon on the left arm at any weight is not a close match. It can happen. If Ivan Matyushenko is scared to face Devon when Devon is super heavyweight, then maybe they should say that publicly. But that's not an excuse that since Devon is a super heavyweight, that match won't happen anytime soon. So yes, Ivan is not even the 115 kg champion. So there is no point of Devon cutting weight to 115 when Ivan can arm wrestle the number 1 guy in the world who was also a super heavyweight. So he also gave Alijan Muratov a good match. So definitely the Devon match is also going to be a good one. Engin said that he was really impressed with Ivan's hooking ability when he was just 19 years old, and he was almost hooking Taras Ivakin in 6 rounds, all of the rounds. Taras won with a high hook kind of a move, but he was not able to open Ivan's wrist. Ivan was able to hook a near prime John Brzezinski. He couldn't beat him, but he was hooking him always. That's how good his hooking ability is, both right and left arm. So that's also another reason why this Devon versus Ivan match makes sense. And I think we should have these matches whenever possible. Like when there is an opportunity, since Devon is not going to compete in this king of the table event. I know there's not enough time, but Devon keeps on saying that he just needs a week's notice on his left arm. He doesn't need anything more than that. So there's no excuse from that side as well. I think it's on Ivan Matyushenko. He should accept this match. If not in this May event, of course not in this May event, but in the next June Istanbul event or wherever it is, the next East versus West, there that match can happen. Or if Devon is not going to face Vitaly in August, he can arm wrestle Ivan Matyushenko left-handed. We cannot wait for Devon's left arm matches forever. Maybe Devon versus Levan is going to happen a year from now. So until then, we are not going to see any matches from Devon. I think that's not fair. I think we deserve to see a lot of Devon left arm super matches. Make it happen, Engin. It's a request. Thanks for watching. Like the video, and I'll see you again.